there's been a lot of speculation as to, was this some type of grand scheme by Mitch McConnell to promote themselves to their right-wing base? Like, we need to remind people we're misogynists. They haven't had a reminder in almost weeks.
Mr. President, could the bitch be quiet? Let's send that out in an
I
email. Let everyone know, just a reminder that we don't like when they talk too much.
I think that I think it was their misogyny that drove them to this. I think Mitch McConnell just got very upset about it being implied that the guy he was going to vote for was a racist. And how dare a woman, a white woman. I mean, it's one thing if a black woman does it, right? But it's the white woman who's actually allowing that black woman's voice to be heard in the Senate.
Mr. President, this is 2017. We recognize that black people complain and whine all the time, and we'll give them a little bit of extra slack. Not literally, of course, when it comes to voting or being killed by police. But a white woman bitching about it on the Senate floor, that's a bit too much. Also, listen to her voice. And
now I think, that Lindsey Graham comes out and he makes that argument, the listen to her voice argument. I think there's really scurrying to pretend like they meant to do this. But here's Lindsey Graham on the Mike Gallagher show. Mike Gallagher is a repugnant human being. I mean, this is the Republican Party now. Talking about it was about time somebody put that uppity woman in her place.
Democrats literally objecting to every single nomination. Right. First of all, let's go back to Senator Warren last night. Did you have any problem with the way that was handled?
No, I mean, because you're reading a letter from somebody that defames a senator is not a reason to ignore it. The bottom line is it was long overdue with her.
Pause.
I mean, she is clearly running for the nomination in 2020.
Well, we can only hope.
The somebody, right? Like this is, he's making a concerted effort not to say Coretta Scott King. I mean, let's be honest here. We're talking about a letter from the wife of the most prominent civil rights activist, not just in this country, but perhaps, top two.
I'm kind of a big deal. Maybe you heard about me. You fear-mongering, closeted hack.
And so it wasn't like, hey, Silly Hands 333 on my Twitter feed sent me this letter that I'm going to read on the Senate floor about Jeff Sessions. No, it was Coretta Scott King. So go back. He makes a concerted effort not to talk about this. And then he tries to make it about her running in 2020.
Last night, did you have any problem with the way that was handled?
No, I mean, because you're reading a letter from somebody that defames a senator is not a reason to ignore it. The bottom line is it was long overdue with her. I mean, she is clearly running for the nomination in 2020.
Well, we can only hope.
Yeah, that's what I say. The Democratic Party is being pushed really hard by the most extreme voices in their community, and they just don't know how to handle it. If they empower her, then I think the Democratic Party is going to lose its way with the vast majority of the American people.
The more they do this, Senator, I mean, it seems that most normal Americans are watching this unfold between the riots at Berkeley, the crazy stuff that's been happening, shutting down conservative speakers. The party seems to have lost its mind as well as its soul. Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't think they understand why they lost. And, we had to come to grips with why we were losing elections. There's a fight between the Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren portion of the Democratic Party and the rest of the party. And, in her world and Bernie's world, and, I like Bernie fine, he's an avowed socialist. The government's never big enough. There's never enough the government can do for you, seems to not be what the average American wants in their life, and they don't get that.
Right. Now,
so there you have it. I think they realized they stepped in it a bit.
all she does is talk and talk and talk and talk. And I mean, I've met some N-word lovers in my day, but it's a whole other level with her. If it was up to them, the Ayatollah be running the country.
That is what a guy who was on the wrong side of where the Republican Party's heading, trying to get back onto the right side.
Mr. Trump, did you hear me on the Gallagher program? I think you're doing what do they say, a tremendous job, a great job, but also a job people are noticing.
I just want to remind all of my voters that I slammed the lady and knocked the Jew. Hello, I'm back.
I'm back, and don't get me wrong, I like the cock just fine. He's very nice on the floor. But the lady, it's like listening to a chalkboard.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my
It's
Lord.
like every ex-wife you've ever not had. Am I right? Oh, God.
Just women. Can't live with them. Can't live without them.
Oh, God. Haven't you ever, you're just sitting back and want to watch football?
Just want to
And
watch
she's
the
just
game.
in there just gosh.
talking. Haven't you ever sit back and you just want to watch the best dress?
I mean, don't
and she
get me
won't
wrong.
keep her goddamn
I
mouth
love the
quiet?
ladies, but still.
You just want to sip a Chardonnay and watch some quality reality TV programming, and she just talks and talks and talks.
What's that old joke about the lip? Right?
You get what I'm saying.
yeah.
And Coretta Scott King wasn't a great prize herself. Because that's why the Reverend was running around all the time, even though it is in their nature. All right. I hope I get booked again soon. You hear this, Mr. Trump? I got your racism, I got your sexism, and I got your general heterosexual tomfoolery.
There you go. I'm so heterosexual. It's too bad that Elizabeth Warren doesn't have a wonderful voice like Judy Garland.
Kabesh. Why
It
can't
is-
she be a classic looker?
It is exactly what Orrin Hatch said when he went up on the Senate floor. He's like, and she just went on and on and on. I mean,
GMFAB, right, guys?
what's that mean?
What?
Give me a fucking break.
All right.
Oh, I know all of those acronyms, young man. You want a mid-julep? Purely platonically, of course.
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.